Hi everyone, my name is Pana. Come, my little helper here, helping me get through it, get through the video. This is going to be my theology channel, my theological testimony, I guess. I'm going to try and bridge the Christian community and the medical medium community. Gotta be honest, I don't think I'm the right guy to do it, but at the same time, I can't stop thinking about it, and it means so much to me. And there's a lot of people that are on the fence about it, and I would like to help if I can. I don't see as many theologians talking about the medical medium and talking about Anthony William and Spirit of Compassion and all the theological information that he's bringing forth. I'm not a doctor, and you should follow your doctor's advice. I'm going to leave the doctoring for doctors. I'm going to, as a not a very good theologian, I will try to give an account for what I think is true. I say I'm not a good theologian because, and I'm embarrassed to admit, even though I was born and raised in Greece, where the major religion is Christian Orthodox. When I came to America, I was, let's say, experimenting with different mentalities and different philosophies and ways of thinking. This is the interesting thing. It was the medical medium that brought me back to God. I got very sick. It was scary, actually. I was down on that path of, seeing 20 different doctors, trying to figure out what I had, and some bad symptoms and conditions. Still dealing with some of them, still trying to heal. But some of those symptoms, were really bad, like the dizziness, the vertigo, muscle fatigue. I remember lifting up my water bottle. I have celery here, 32 ounces. Let me get this up. Oh, that's good. It's a good one. And it felt like I was lifting a dumbbell, a 20-pound dumbbell in the gym. Brain fog, the panic attacks were insane. The stress was out of this world, and a lot more conditions and symptoms. Insomnia. I still can't really sleep more than 4 or 5 hours. I'm not complaining. If I do get to sleep 4 or 5 hours, I feel like Superman. A gallbladder condition has been plaguing me for years. And medical medium has helped me get my life back, my health back. So in a small way, I would like to return the favor. I would like to do something to support him. Now, I get a lot of people are on the fence about this and are uncertain. You mentioned the word medium. Christians check out right away. But it would be the equivalent of judging a book by its cover, right? We shouldn't judge somebody by a label. We should try and judge by their fruit, especially if that someone is a prophet. So the question is he a prophet of God, or is he a false prophet? So then that's one of the things that we'll be examining here on this channel. And I will try to do my best to give an account for what I think is true and what I believe. And I encourage people to do the same for themselves. You have free will, so you need to exercise it, discern and decipher what that fruit is. I was in the Barnes & Noble event. Look at this. This is a new book. I'm so excited for this. And it came with a bookmark as well. This bookmark. And his signature. And look at this. Just wanted to show you guys the comparison. This is the older version. This is the expanded version here. So look at that. Twice the size. It is twice the size, maybe even more. I'm so excited to get into that. I've got all his books. This is the interesting thing, okay? He's the one who brought me back to the Lord. And that's what I want to say for now, because if I just keep on speaking, this will never end. This video will never end. So the most important thing is, if you're on the fence about it, if you don't know, if you're uncertain, if you're thinking, I'm not willing to, gamble my salvation, or if you're a Christian, then that's probably the major concern that you're having. It's okay. It's okay. I have those thoughts too, So we have to be careful. We should be careful. I don't blame people for trying to be cautious. We should. And I know this is a big if, but if he is a prophet of God, then there's something here. We should pay attention to that. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. And hopefully this video is not too long. This is the first video that I'm doing. I do want to say something about the Barnes & Noble event. I remember standing in line and I was thinking to myself, I have all these questions I want to ask him. I have all these questions I want to ask him. And I was so concerned about my questions and about asking him. I gotta ask him because there's something big happening, with our horses. My wife and I have horses, so I was just so concerned about that. And then I get close enough and realize there's no questions. It's a rapid fire individual light blasts that he's doing, which is amazing. But I was so into my head about it that I didn't realize, and I saw him when I was standing in line waiting for my turn. I saw him and I was like, he doesn't look, he looks concerned or tired, And I know he just did 2 events back to back at Cafe Gratitude with, so many hours, seeing so many people, and also more light blasts there. And then he did a live yesterday where he explained that 20 minutes before the Barnes & Noble event, he got a death threat. And this is where we're at, It's hard to see. It's hard to see that. It's hard to see that people can't express themselves freely freedom of speech. But I was so into my head about it, that about the questions, I had totally, I don't know, selfish. I was selfish. I mean, here he is. After that, after all that, and after a death threat, doing individual light blasts for people, for every single person, 400 people or something like that. And I'm over there worried about my questions. And he's amazing, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I want to fight for something that matters. I want to contribute. I do not want to overstep his mission for the chronically ill. So hopefully this helps, and I can keep making videos where I break things down as much as I possibly can. Again, I don't think I'm the right guy to do this. I don't think I'm worthy to do this. But I don't hear any other theologians talk about the medical medium. I think that's good. Thank you guys for listening to me, and I pray God bless you, and I pray for your health